Hey guys, I'm Chris Hudson from Hudson Lighting. Today we're looking at some path markers for Blue Forest. We've already machined them, so it's really some of the assembly process that's going on, just a small section of it. And in another video we'll do more of like the protection circuit assembly. But path markers are pretty simple products to put together. So I'm sure it'll be a nice short and sweet video. So stay tuned, see you in a minute. So I've got to paste up these 3-watt LED bulbs. The first thing I have to deal with is, so we normally use these paste templates like this in a frame. For some reason for the 3-watt one, we haven't got one in a frame at the moment. So we've got this flat one, but they get a bit bent up, which doesn't really help. Essentially the paste has to be cleaned off first, so I'm going to give that a good clean. You think that's general dust? From what? Oh mate, I've got so many cuts on my hands and it's burns. Burns! Ah! Do you want to bring your toothbrush in? Yeah, I'll do it. Or if you got one of those, those special fluffy sticks on the drill that you might have seen in certain videos.
Oh, yeah.
So at the moment I have to use a bit of tape to secure it into place, which is not exactly ideal, but it works. This is not exactly the spatula. I don't know what's happened to the really, really nice bladed one. There was like a really nice wide blade spatula somewhere. No, it was like a flat handled one. There we go. I actually think this paste might work better than the other stuff we've had, right?
Oh yeah, we've had a bit out of date.
It seems really
Oh, you found it?
fluid.
You found the template?
Yeah, it mixed in with some LEDs. Yeah, it's come out. That's come out really, really nice. That's.
This tape's sticky.
All right. So next step that I've got to do is I've actually got to put these pins on. So they literally. I should really start the top row, shouldn't I? It's a bit of a fiddly job. What we want to do eventually is get the pick and place machine to do it for us. But when we do that, that's a good point. I forgot we're doing it. No, yeah, we are doing it that way. Well, yeah. Eventually we have to work out how the hell we do this from top down. Because if we get the pick and place machine to do it, it's got to do it top down. Not this way, this is bottom up, I suppose. And the problem with doing it top down is that when you pass the pin through, it gets paste on the actual pin itself, which isn't what you want, because then it will cause issues with the with the actual alignment of everything. So ways around it, I guess, could be less paste on the holes maybe, to get really clever with a template perhaps. Somehow avoiding the middle, not really sure. I'm sure there's definitely ways to do it. Right, so all of the pins are now on here. So my next step is to rotate and bring it on. And that's our board now. If I hold that there, that's our board ready to go for that bit. So we need to now place the LEDs on here, which is the white and the red LED. All right. So ideally we'd have the pick and place machine actually place these, but we haven't actually set it up to do that yet, which is a bit silly, right? So I just need to just check the direction. There should be 2 dots. Yeah, there's 2 dots. And that goes like that. So I'm doing these little red LEDs now. I don't know if you can kind of tell how small they are. They're absolutely tiny. And they're quite tricky. Again, they have to be positioned a certain way around. Not too bad. But again, it'd be better done on the pick and place when we eventually do set it up. In case anyone was wondering about ESD, it's not really an issue we found with LEDs. Microcontrollers, yeah, absolutely, until they're on a board, but with LEDs, no. I've not seemed to have experienced any below from any like ESD issues, so we've not really like concerned ourselves about it. We don't have any sort of like, you know, flooring that really sort of generates loads of static or anything like that anyway. And we don't wear like nylon clothes or anything, so yeah. Right, so there's our board, which is all soldered. Basically just went in the oven, just for soldering it. It basically melts the paste into the solder. So like basically little beads of solder in a sticky kind of paste, I guess. So next thing I need to do is actually laser on these what they are. So I'll take these to laser and set that up. Right, so let's mark these up 3000K. 1 row. 2. 3. 4. 'Go. That's the 3000K marked on there, so at least we know what they are. So, let's get one of these path markers built. These are 10 metres long. They've already had the protection circuit moulded on because it makes more sense to, we've got a 10 metre lead to actually mould them in situ. Saves a lot of time feeding cables through. So I've got a paste compound that goes on the inner edge, and then we've got our heatsink plate that goes in, 2 holes, basically just to help align it. The holes are actually originally to do with a optic that we don't use anymore. It's in there, nice little happy face. Piece of paste. Pop some paste down there on the LED. And then take our board. Need to straighten these pins up. With these particular bolts, pins are completely straight and pain in the butt to try and get in. I'll say that, it's got straight in. Kind of 15 by 2 mil O-ring. We need our optic, 360-degree optic, and on top. There we go. Handle cut up from machine level bits and pieces. There we go. Nice. And that laser. And that's in the tank to test it. Let's try and get a bit more lead on there.
Yeah.
And there you go, they're in the tank, water tested. So I'm just doing the last bits of the testing on this now, just to confirm that the red LED and white LED are still working after we've water tested. So you can see the red there and the white, which is awesome. So now I've just got to get this packed up. So we've got some 221 Vargos on it, and I'm going to get one of these tubes. Now these are the tubes that we had branded a little while ago, and they're made in Essex, and we were trying to be more eco-friendly. Our packaging's always been pretty eco-friendly, but this particular version we were like really kind of trying to nail it all, and we didn't quite get it. Essentially what we were doing was going for postal tubes, because we found that postal tubes were the most easiest for us to pack into and the most robust for the user. What we were trying to do is go for what's called tucked ends. So the company in Essex come up with that particular idea. The problem is that the way they tuck them, they don't fully close them, which kind of leaves the product a little bit exposed. And we wanted to close the ends completely, so we would unfold those and fold them in ourselves by hand, and the results weren't up to standard at all. So it looks like we're going to have to go back to the old end caps on them. So we just need to work out dimensions for that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if there's any comments or anything, please stick them in the comments below. If you did enjoy the video, just give us a thumbs up, and any questions or anything. Otherwise, we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.